Speaking of beers, we're going to go right into building our six pack this week in honor of the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day, all happening this week. We are going to make our six packs of the greatest things that are the color red. Drew, I had the first pick in our last six pack, so kick us off.
Well, kicking us off here, just to kind of paint the picture of the importance of red. In the color psychology, red provokes the strongest emotions of any color. While cool colors like green and blue are generally considered peaceful and calming, red is considered the warmest and most contradictory of all the colors.
Mm,
In fact, this fiery hue has more opposing emotional associations than any other color. Red is
look at
linked to
us.
passion, love, power, and anger. So
Learning us something. I
keep that
like
in
it.
mind when you're building your six pack.
I will. I already have kind of a list built, but I'll just back of my head. Color passion, color
Exactly.
anger,
Anger.
anger. Go ahead, man. What's your first pick?
I'll
It's
tell
very
you what,
meaningful.
I'm going extremely Michigan made, passionate. I'm going Faygo Red Pop with my first beer.
Ooh, Fango Red Pop. Um,
Name a better Faygo Pop. Oh wait,
I like the orange. I was always been an orange soda guy, but
I'm fine
I
with that.
feel you.
Faygo
I
Red
feel you.
Pop.
Fango Red Pop.
If I'm driving on like a road trip and we stop to get gas and I want to get something to drink, if Faygo Red Pop's available, it's an automatic. And they're
I had
usually like 85 cents because they can get away with it.
they just refuse to raise price. They're like Arizona teas. They'll be 99 cents forever. I'm also going.
Inflation does not affect them at all.
They just refuse to go. They're not, "Oh, inflation? What's that?" We're never it's like the Costco hot dog, it's Faygo, and it's Arizona iced tea. They are never changing price.
Never got into
So,
Arizona ice creams, I'll be honest.
I was in high school, and then I saw it was like 50 grams of sugar per thing. You get like that. They're just
I mean,
all sugar.
I'm sure a Red Pop has 49 grams of sugar.
So, I'm also, um, going with a beverage for my number 1 pick, and honestly, I thought this was a clear-cut number 1 for things that are red, and that is red wine. Red, red wine.
No kidding. So
Yep.
red wine. That
The
is
drink of my
passion.
people, the
Yeah,
drink of my people, the Italians, like a little red wine. You use it to make sauce. We use it to toast, use it to cook with, and deglaze some stuff, make a nice
you
steak
took my
sauce.
little pregame speech to heart there.
I
Red
did, I
wine brings
did.
passion, love,
Red
power,
wine.
and anger into one.
Bob Marley likes it. It turns the night up. It just red wine. Clear cut number 1.
Okay, so not only you get the double dip on that as a song, it's also a beverage.
Mhm.
Well played.
Thank you.
I
Thank you,
did
thank
have
you.
wine on my list, but it's a little bit farther down, but I'll give it to
Sure.
you. My number 2 beer, for my six-pack of thoughts here, again, we're building, greatest things that are red. This item saves lives. It controls it's kind of a power trip as well
Ooh.
for lawmakers. It's the stop sign.
I hate stop signs.
Well, I'll tell you what, you would not hate stop sign if it was just the wild, wild west and people are ripping through intersections going 80 miles an hour.
It's called a stoplight. We figured it out. We figured out a better way. Anyway,
Stop
stop
light and
signs.
stop sign, those go hand
Stop
in hand.
signs. Hmm. They do, but they're not the same.
Stop sign, number 2, it saves lives.
Saves lives. Stop sign. In high school, we convinced a girl, and this is terrible, that stop signs with white borders were optional.
Jeez.
So we thought we were doing it tongue in cheek, like we were talking about taking a drink. We're like, "Oh yeah, like the ones that have white borders, you can roll through those. You just have to kind of look and make sure nobody's coming." So she comes into school like a week later. She's like, "I almost got in an accident. My mom yelled at me because I rolled through a We're
No,
like, "Oh my god." We're like, "I thought you understood that was a joke. You have to stop at all stop signs." Um, yeah, that's a true story. Not gonna say her
we
name.
told a girl in high school, and I'm sure we're not the only ones that have done this in the world, but, um, that she needed to go to AutoZone and ask for blinker fluid, and she came to school the next day, oh my gosh, so mad, and she didn't talk.
Did she turn red? Was she so mad?
She turned red, she was so pissed.
So, with,
Number
red,
3 on my
I'm gonna
list is
well,
that
hold on, I gotta pick my number 2.
I know, I was just skipping ahead.
I'm trying to steal a pick there. It took too long. It's like the Vikings back in the late 2000 or early late 90s. Um, I'm taking red meat. I'm taking steaks. I'm taking beef jerky.
Okay. Not even on my radar. Pure
Red meat.
protein, that's passion, that's love.
You know what I have with a little red wine? A steak.
You know what red meat also is? It's kind of a sign of power back in the day. Like, if you could afford red meat,
Yeah.
you had power.
If you had cattle, you could afford cows.
I'll tell you what, if I don't get enough protein, I'm getting angry.
Gotta have it. You need proteins. All right, what's your third beer?
Red meat, I like that one. Dude, red meat and potatoes. Oh boy.
Mother's
Let's
milk.
mixing up a couple different here. My 3rd beer, um, it's gonna take me back to my early college days, but, redheads.
Mm, yeah,
You know what's wrong with redheads?
they don't have a soul.
Nothing.
Nothing there.
Nothing is wrong with redheads.
Hey, teach their own.
If I could have gotten with a redhead long term,
Never never move the needle for me.
mm, gingers are great.
Is your hair an orangish red?
My beard is, yes. I have a red beard with, well,
You
in
got
my younger
blonde.
days, blonde hair. It's now,
Yeah,
you know, a slight gray. That's why
nice.
it's super short. But yes, I have a red beard.
Yeah.
I am,
Okay.
I am, I have Irish bloodline in me, so
Nice.
makes
Me
sense.
too. Me too.
Skip
Uh,
Aaron on you.
yeah, no, the Italian genes just overtook it, the dark hair. So my third beer, red. I'm going with Rednecks.
That kinda goes
Rednecks
in line with my 3rd beer too.
Rednecks are awesome. Like, they can fix anything for, like, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. Your car, your lawnmower, your fridge,
I've cried.
30, 40 bucks. Your toilet, they come over, they take care of that. You go to an event, they're tailgating, and they're sharing.
You gotta be
You
careful those rednecks though, because they might take your 3rd cousin redhead home with them.
Hey, that's my 3rd cousin, that's barely family. But no,
Fair.
they're willing to share, like, they have a healthy distrust of the government. Don't like them. They like their
They like that.
guns. They like their land, their liberty. They like to drink and get down on some moonshine. They're pretty self-sufficient. Rednecks are awesome.
I've never had a six-pack of thought, selection make me cry until now. Um, my number 4, and I'm sure that, your rednecks, shop here a lot, and that's
Mhm.
Target.
Oh, that's a good one.
I
Gotta
mean,
love Target.
you name any American housewife, what their favorite store is, it's fricking Target.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That's
definitely
fine.
something I see a lot on the credit card statement. Target and Amazon are like our go-getters. That's where a
Target will
significant chunk
ship to your
goes.
home now, which is crazy.
They do, yeah, they have the free shipping. Everybody's trying to compete
I
with
meant
Amazon and the 2-day
everybody ships
shipping.
to your home. I meant free
Yeah.
shipping, yes.
Yeah, they're trying to get in that game and it's dangerous, but I think half the thing that women like, they like going to Target and walking around. Like, it's the act of going there.
God, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but so do I.
It's okay. I'm not a shopper. I like when I shop, I have a plan. Like, I know what I'm going in for. I know where it is. I don't like to browse.
Yeah, you're running your stop signs and,
Yeah.
hooking up with redheads and meeting at Target. I get it.
Oh, no, I don't hook up with redheads. Like I said, they didn't move the needle for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Rednecks.
Rednecks. I like my rednecks in the parking lot because the Target is actually right across from Daytona International Speedway here in Daytona, literally across the street from it. So rednecks and that red Target, they commingle on a lot of event days.
That's amazing. What do you got for number 4?
I am going with strawberries, chocolate covered strawberries, strawberry shortcakes, fresh strawberries off the vine, strawberry milkshakes. They're just a delicious treat, and they make almost every type of food better. Strawberries with my
Strawberry
fourth
is the
beer.
best fruit, and it's not even a competition.
Yeah, it's clear
Name a
cut.
better fruit.
You can't,
Can't.
can't.
Strawberry shortcakes, probably big time.
So good. It's underrated. It's hard to find.
My number 5 is taking, um, my little pregame speech. This is extremely passionate, especially if you live in Michigan in the fall, and I'm talking about a red maple. Probably the most beautiful thing in nature, and I'll tell you what, if I'm rolling up to a stop sign on an old country road, I'm stopping to look at a red maple. I might even get out and take a picture.
It's beautiful enough to make a grown man cry. It's a nice red maple on a beautiful cold winter day. Sun setting
Not a whole
behind it.
lot to talk about for the red maple. It's just super passionate and
Sure.
beautiful.
So for my fifth beer of the things that are red, I am taking American rapper Redman.
So please explain.
Basically, I mean, just the
I
movie
like
How
how you
High,
throw in that he's an American. Like, okay.
American rapper. Um, no, I mean, if you were from our generation and you grew up watching How High and and some of those different weed movies with him and Method Man, it's just laugh out loud funny. So yeah, he's coming into my six pack.
I don't have much to say about him. I didn't really listen to him very
Oh
much.
no, it's not for his music at all. It's 100% because he's in How High.
It's fair. It's an underrated movie.
I've got nothing else really about him. He just makes me laugh. So he
My
gets an
final
invite.
beer, and I've been a fan of this team since early middle school. They dealt with a lot of losing seasons, and now they're a premier team in the major league level, and that's the Boston Red Sox.
I almost took that with the first pick because I knew you
I
had
would have
it on your
stole it
list.
and ended the episode if you did that.
I just didn't want to fight with you.
My 6th beer is the Red Sox. That's the greatest thing in red. Their jerseys are beautiful, they're passionate. Uh, Fans of the Red Sox have love. They get a little power hungry as well because they spend a lot of money to try to be the best, and they get a little bit of angry when they're not winning.
I mean, and what an intimidating logo and mascot, a pair of Red Sox. I mean, really just iconic.
I mean, it's not their mascot. Wally's their mascot. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean,
it's
yeah,
better than the Schnitzel.
they named their team after a pair of socks.
It's amazing, and they spelled it differently too, which is awesome.
They spelled it like they say it in Boston, socks,
Sox.
socks. Uh,
Get in my
with
car, drive
like, yeah,
the road, go to the bar.
you know what? Go to Dunkin' Donuts, get yourself a growler.
Own it. Listen, Red Sox, my 6th
Red
beer.
Sox, probably.
If
With
you would have took that as an option, I knew you would have been lying because I know you don't like them, but
no, I don't. But I almost took them just out of spite because I know I was actually shocked you didn't take them first overall.
I was saving it
Um,
for the end.
for my sixth beer of all things that are red, I am taking Red Foreman from that '70s show.
Ooh,
Um, because
Oh,
I don't
he's
think they're
definitely still alive because he's doing
yeah, they're
YouTube.
doing that '90s show or whatever it is with their kids now, but I
Do you
mean,
watch that?
uh, the dude's just hilarious. He makes the show, calling everybody a dumbass. It's just he's 10 out of
Yeah, he's
10,
a sarcastic
incredibly funny.
ass, but it
He's
just
so
makes
good.
sense.
Yeah, he's just a fantastic, addition to my lineup. So, yeah, that's how I'm closing out Red Foreman from that '70s show, my final thing that is red. Um, I think they're pretty even lists. They're very different lists, but they're good lists.
Very different lists. Um,
And that's what I like
Having
about
Redneck
these.
and Redman as back to back kinda threw me off.
Well, it's about range, Drew. You know, you don't want to put yourself into one particular alley. You know, you got to experience all that's out there.
Alright, what are your top 3 honorable mentions?
So I had tomatoes because red sauce, like to make a little bit there. Tomatoes, just they're a good addition. They're very
There's
red.
tornadoes. Monster.
Tornadoes, the old red tornado. No, I had tomatoes. I had Andy Reid because he always dresses entirely in red on the Chiefs sideline, and he usually turns decently red by the end of games. And then I was kind of actually struggling thinking of different things that are red on that, but my last one, it was going to be the big red button to like send nukes whenever are watching a movie. You know, like the button that the president always hits to like red button. Don't push the red button.
That's fair.
Yeah. Couldn't make it work enough. That's why I got kind of left on the sideline.
I mean, that the button's not always red. It's not
It's
defeating.
always red. Whenever it's a don't push that button or a nuke or the bomb, there's always a bunch of black or white buttons, and then there's one red button, one circular red button that is the go button. You're gonna see it
Um,
now in every movie you watch. You'll be like, "Oh shit, it is always red."
that's fine. That's fine. Um, my honorable mentions, I had these 3 in my top 6 at one point, and they kinda just lost their touch. Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's
That's a good one.
he's the freaking goat of children's books.
Right, he's a giant. He's a big red dog. What's not to love?
Secondly, Bloody Mary.
Bloodies. We were just
It's
talking about him on the last episode too.
Mhm.
Mm.
And kind
I
of a
would
wild card here, but the red Angry Bird in that game.
That would have been an outsider. I think I might have given you a hard time about the red Angry Bird.
I mean, he was the game.
Whatever. I'm just saying. I would have. The bloody one is one I'm mad I didn't pick because I'm pro bloody really any time of day. One, maybe two, depending how you're feeling. I'm disappointed we missed bloody.
What's your main ingredient outside of vodka and tomato juice?
I like to have a solid like seasoning mix. I like to do like maybe a little Old Bay, some celery salt, and you gotta have heat. I need a couple splashes of hot sauce in there.
Doesn't need to kick your butt heat.
No,
It needs to
I
be
like it to sneak up on me. Like I get a little bit, but then by the time you get to the end, you can kind of feel that heat building up. Same thing with chicken wings, in my opinion. I don't like them hot, but I like it to kind of, as I eat them, they sneak up on you.
for me and a Bloody Mary, and you have to purchase this. You can't make it, but it's a spicy A1.
Ooh, interesting.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Food for
We've
thought.
been doing, yeah, that can't be bad.
Hey,
I like
great
it.
list. You
Good list. Great
had
list.
me at Redneck. I was crying over that one, but
Well, not only that, but like I got an entire group of people, like the parties that rednecks have, set for life having them in my six pack.
yeah, yeah, especially when you bring in, Red Foreman and Redman. I mean,
It's a party. We have entertainment. I got sarcasm, and we just got people that are ready to throw down. It's a good list.
well, as
Plus,
long as they don't
we got red wine and red meat. We're gonna have drinks. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have people ready to party. We got strawberries if we get hungry.
well, as long as you don't run any stop signs, we're gonna be alright.
Hey, if they got white around the border, they're optional.
Yeah, you it's optional. You can just roll it.
Uh, moving on after a very good six pack. Color red. Honestly, I wasn't sure when you told me that was going to be the topic, but I like the way it turned out.